So Rodgers thinks he can run the table? I don't think so. What's going on, YouTube? It's your main man, Boys for Life, coming at you with another video. So we got the Green Bay Packers this week. And it's no secret that Aaron Rodgers dominates the Dallas Cowboys. It's no secret. But I just don't see it happening this week. Now, of course, it's any given Sunday and anything can happen. But according to Aaron Rodgers, all he has to do is win the next 2 games at home, and they're going to be talking about a different story going into the rest of the season. Well, Aaron, I'm sorry. I just don't see it happening. You keep blaming your wide receivers. Your team keeps having injuries. You're not playing up to what Aaron Rodgers' standards used to be. I just don't see it happening. This Dallas Cowboys defense, led by Micah Parsons, led by Trayvon Diggs in the secondary, this front seven is just unstoppable. I mean, don't you have offensive line problems? Don't you have pass rushing problems? Didn't one of your pass rushers just go down for like the season? Didn't someone else in the secondary go down for the season? I mean, we all know how injuries work. We all know how Aaron Jones, sit there and say, oh, it's nothing serious. It's not this, it's not that. But then come Sunday, he doesn't look the same. Look, I don't got much to say on the 3-6 Green Bay Packers, because they just don't look like they used to. Their head coach is young. Aaron Rodgers has looked like he's on the way out of Lambo. He's pulling a Brett Favre, if you will, blaming everyone, walking around, which we already know Aaron Rodgers walks around like his shit don't stink. We already know he's, a 2-time MVP, Super Bowl champ, been to the Super Bowl a couple times. So, of course, he has every right to act like that. But to blame your receivers of, oh, they're not on the same page. They're not running the correct routes. They're not running deep enough. They're not, all this other stuff. When you're over here throwing picks, 2 or 3 times in the red zone to the Detroit Lions? I'm sorry, but tell me where the lie is here. Tell me how your team can make the Bears look as good as they did. Worst defense in the league. Worst defense in the league. And got, 3 picks in the red zone? All within the 10-yard line. Aaron Rodgers. They call him our daddy because, 7-3 against us? Beating us a few times in the playoffs? 2014 was a catch? Was it Byron Jones or Anthony Brown messing up on 3rd and 30? Now look, we're going into Lambo. It's going to be difficult. It always is. But I think with the defense that we have, Dak feeling a resurgence in his career, if he plays the way he did last week, runs the ball when he can't, or when we doesn't have anyone open, let the run, and again, I haven't said this, but Zeke doesn't know if he's going because he hasn't been in practice. If we can get Dak to the 250 mark, 2 touchdowns, let Tony do his thing. Let the defense do their thing. I mean, let's face it. They don't have an offensive line. They made the Detroit Lions look like one of the best defenses in the league. And he thinks that all of a sudden it's going to change like that? Now, I do get it. You have matchups any given Sunday, all that nonsense. But there's no way that Aaron Rodgers puts up 17 points against his defense with that offense that he has. I mean, honestly, if I'm a wide receiver over there, do I even want to play for Aaron Rodgers? Blaming everyone but himself? I mean, I guess this is what happens when you have no owner and your front office is very conservative, worse than the Dallas Cowboys, and they don't roll and they don't change with the times. I'm sorry, but I don't see it. And I see a big statement coming from Dallas's defense, as it's been doing all season. I wouldn't be surprised if it's another score like the Bears game minus the 29 points. If it's another 35 plus point game while the defense actually holds the opposing team to under 17 points. Now I get it. People are going to sit there and say, "Oh, it's the Green Bay Packers. They're not the same. They're not what they used to be." But you play in front of who's on your schedule, right? As some fan bases like to say. And you make a statement game here. Now, I don't give a shit that they're 3-6. A statement game would be 35 plus points and holding Aaron Rodgers to under 10 points. That is a statement game. That is a coming out party, letting everyone know this defense is here and this offense ain't nothing to fuck with. I just can't wait till Sunday to show everyone out there what the Dallas Cowboys are all about.